I've already shuffled, and I also pulled 2 oracle cards for your recent past. They are the 2 cards to the very far left side of the screen. Then we'll go over the present time, how your person is seeing you, how you see them, and why it's all happening. So, Capricorn, in the recent past, we have pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. And pay attention is paired with illumination. On the flip side of this card, it says, believe in the power of grace. When we least expect it, a new door will open and the light of grace will illuminate our next step. So what I'm picking up for a lot of you Capricorns in the recent past, there were a lot of red flags, a lot of warning signs about a person or maybe a situation. And these signs, they were cautioning you. Now, I don't know if you paid attention to them or that was something you should have done. But what would have happened is that you would have been illuminated. When you least expect it, a new door would have opened and the light of grace would have taken you to your next step. So that's when you pay attention to the red flags. Okay, some people ignore red flags and they stay stuck in a situation and they keep getting the same old red flags. And a lot of times the red flags, they're no longer red flags, but they're things that happen. And then you look back and said, I should have known better. I saw all the signs, and you ignored all the signs. But when you pay attention, you become illuminated. And a new door will open, or maybe more than one. So it's important not to ignore the warning signs, because it's taking you to a new place, a place that's better for you. That's when you get illuminated, when you pay attention to illumination. When you pay attention to red flags, you become illuminated, like the illumination card. That's what I'm trying to say. I hope you get what I'm trying to say. Sometimes I get my words twisted, but I think you know what I'm saying. So let's move on over to the present time. We have the World card, and it's paired with the Page of Cups. Now, this World card, it's an interesting card, I think. I like it because it's about completion, usually closure. In a lot of readings, it means finally some closure. Something's come to full circle. Now, this World card, there could be something that you're working really hard on towards the end of the month. Just know you are almost to the finish line in some way. It may not feel like it, Capricorns. It may feel like you still got a long way to go. But I'm telling you, with this World card popping up in your reading, you're so close. So just don't quit. Don't quit what you're doing. You're almost to the finish line. And you may feel like you need some rest and relaxation. Don't be afraid to take it. You're getting closer to who you really are at your deepest levels. Now, when it comes to work and you get the World card, it's a very good chance that you're working too hard for too little recognition, maybe too little money, not enough funds coming in. But it's important, if this is the case, you might have to blow your own horn a little, just to make sure that the powers that be don't accidentally overlook your many positive accomplishments. Now, in this World card, it talks about love and relationships. It's showing that if you travel around this time period and you're in the market for a relationship, you could meet someone. You can meet your person while you're away. Now, this will come true even if you travel only locally, not very far away. So don't be afraid to talk to strangers when you're out and about. On the other hand, if you are in a committed relationship already, you're likely to find it rising to new and better heights. things in the love department, they'll be quite interesting at this time in a really good way. Now, that's the World card, and it's paired with this Page of Cups. The Page of Cups, there's a need to play, dream, have fun. It could mean that you're taking yourself too seriously. You probably heard the saying before that the one thing that you've learned over the years is the difference between taking yourself serious and taking your work serious. Taking yourself serious can be a disaster. Taking your work serious can be important. So you have to know the difference. Someone once said that, I think her name was Margot Fontaine. Someone, that was a quote from some poet or someone. But you have to know the difference. Work is important. Taking yourself too serious can be harmful in a lot of ways. Now, this Page of Cups, this could be a younger person when it comes to love. Someone like that could be coming towards you. Or they could be a part of your love scenario, someone younger than you. Just remember that love doesn't know age. So make sure you don't discount people purely on that basis. This card, when it comes to love, it can mean that someone wants to come in. They want to sweep you off your feet. So you might want to give them a chance. Even if they're what? Even if they're what, Capricorn? Even if they're younger than you. So, that's what we have for the present time. This World card and the Page of Cups. Basically, it's showing that you come to some type of completion. You close the cycle. But then you've got this, either you have some young person wants to come in very playful, and it will be a happy surprise for you. Somebody studious, maybe a new love. Somebody wants to come in for you, Capricorn. Or this could be you completing a cycle. Something that was probably hard for you. And you realize that that's it. That's enough. It's done. It's finished. And then all of a sudden you get this open-hearted energy. And you just want to play, dream, and have a lot of fun. So it could go a couple of ways. So either way, it's quite interesting how it turns out after you completed this cycle and you realize that the door is finally closed. Could be closing something from the past, closing that out and saying enough is enough. Or you could be closing out some type of situation and it's finally completed. It's come to full circle. And now you're playing, dreaming, and having a lot of fun. So that's what we got for you for the end of March, coming into April. Let's take a look at your person. Let's see how they see you. They see you like this Queen of Cups, and they also see you like Judgment. Now, Queen is, it's a woman. This woman will be helpful to you. This is what that Queen of Cups stands for. This Queen also reminds you to bring love and compassion. Things are probably better in your working world when you get this card. Better than you think. Better than you're realizing. So it's about staying positive. When the Queen of Cups talks about love, relationships, it's very positive with a relationship, about a relationship. If there's some single Capricorns out there listening and you get the Queen of Cups, it's a good indicator that, once again, you need to get out, mingle, socialize. And I say this because with the Queen of Cups popping up in your reading, there's a new, very positive romance that's on the horizon for a lot of you Capricorns. It's coming in with this Queen of Cups. The thing is, when it appears, this new love, it could be easy to get carried away with love, or carried away regarding love. So you're going to have to remember to keep your balance, keep your perspective. Because even with the excitement of new love, it's important to keep track of other things happening in your life. So that's the only warning for this Queen of Cups that's coming in, or maybe it's somebody you already know. But since we're talking about how they see you, Capricorns, this is how your person is seeing you. They see you as bringing a lot of love and compassion towards them. They see you as very nurturing, and you heal them in a lot of ways. You heal them. And they like that you support this connection. You're very supporting. You balance. You keep this connection balanced. That's what I mean by support. Okay? And they also see you as judgment. Now, judgment, when it comes to relationships, it can be a make or break period. This can be a time to get very clear about what you want out of life, out of your relationships. Then take steps to make it come about. If you're seeking new love and you get the Judgment card, it could come about in the near future, but you may need to take steps to make sure that you're not jumping to conclusions, positive or negative. So your person is seeing you as being very judgmental. Probably not giving them enough chances when something goes wrong. So this Judgment card is about forgiveness, redemption, reconciling. So a lot of times if you're just jumping to conclusions, then it can cause the connection to be at a make or break period, and that's how they see you. But with this Queen of Cups there, they do know that you bring positive energy also to this connection, very positive, and they do see you wanting to nurture it, even though you jump to a lot of conclusions and you make judgments too hastily at times, causing this connection to be at a make or break period, probably a lot of times. So that's how they see you, Capricorns. Let's take a look at how you see them. You see them as, let's see, we have the Ace of Cups, and then the Five of Pentacles is at the top. Yeah, I have a new deck here. I forget what's the name of this deck. I'll put it in the description box below. Sometimes I get the pictures. It's hard to read the pictures of the new decks, but the one at the top, that's actually Five of Pentacles. It doesn't look like it, but it is. And the one below, for how you see them, that's the Ace of Cups. Now, this Five of Pentacles is kind of interesting. It's a time when life is feeling less insecure. The important thing to remember is that there's always help when you need it from forces seen and unseen. You could be feeling alone, but you have the capacity to change that. Just reach out. And you probably feel like you're being left out in the cold, as though everyone in the world has everything and you're the only one suffering. Just realize this is not the case. So do the best you can with what you have, but remember, the wise thing to do is, if you need help, is to go out and ask for it, because help will come. The help you need will come. Now, when the Five of Pentacles talks about love and relationships, when you're asking about love questions, unfortunately, it's not really happy. You could have your eye on someone you feel is not treating you the way they should. It may be that you need to stop fantasizing about this person entirely. This can be very much a card about feeling, like I said, left out in the cold. It's important to remember that there is never only one person that we can be with and have a soul level, happy, meaningful relationship. Because when love is right, you will not have to do backflips to make it work. So try to broaden your horizons and try hard to think positive. Because you are a lovable person. You're not an unlovable troll. Just remember that. Now, this is how you're seeing your person. You see them as possibly suffering in some way. You see them as feeling left out of some type of situation, or they could be feeling left out by you. Did you leave them out in the cold, Capricorn? Or they know you're thinking about doing this. But that's how you see them. You know that they'll be feeling alone because there could be some mistreatment there with this Five of Pentacles. But that's how you see them. And you also see them as this Ace of Cups, which is interesting because the Ace of Cups is about love, happiness, and affection, and about new beginnings. When it comes to relationships, it's a turn for the better. An existing relationship could become deeper, a deeper level of understanding or commitment. So it's going to feel like a new, encouraging start. So that's interesting. So you're seeing them as feeling left out in the cold and suffering, but then it takes a turn for the better, or you see them as wanting the warmth to come back. You see them as wanting the warmth in this connection to come back, because right now they're suffering. You see this, and you also with this Ace of Cups, you know that there's a deep attraction there, and you see them wanting to bring the warmth back into this connection, because right now, who knows, maybe they did something and you put them out, or maybe they did something and you're giving them the cold shoulder. Okay, so they're suffering about this. They're not happy at all. They want the warmth to come back with this Ace of Cups. So they want to turn things around and make it feel like a new beginning. Okay, so they want to do right by you, Capricorns. But right now, it looks like you gave them the cold shoulder. And they're very unhappy. So let's take a look at why it's all happening. It's happening due to the Three of Swords and the Strength card. Now the Three of Swords, there's an element of sorrow with the Three of Swords, and it's undeniable when you get this card. But what lies on the other side can be enhanced understanding and joy. So allow yourself to experience any pain that comes up at this time so that you can move past it. This card, it's about maybe some deep emotional issues that need to be addressed before you can really move on. If you try to deny any type of pain like that, it doesn't make it go away. So allow yourself to experience any pain that comes up now, but make sure you don't wallow in it. Make sure you don't soak it up. Don't wallow in it, and just know that you do not and you should not wallow in grief or sorrow for long periods of time. However, you're the only one who can decide how long is long enough, and others can't do this for you. So, when this Three of Swords talks about love and relationships, it's not the end of a relationship, but it does point to relationship difficulty and pain. In order for the relationship to survive, both parties have to be willing to work on and talk about the relationship. You could find that someone you thought cared about you is not as loving as you had hoped or supposed. So try not to take it too personally or dwell too long on the pain if this is the case. This may not be the case. Also keep in mind that you could be guiding. You could put it this way. You're probably being guided to a relationship that's right for you, because you cannot force something or someone to be right. That's what the Three of Swords is about, and that's why it's all happening, due to this Three of Swords. You or your person, or both of you, are shutting each other out. There's some type of rejection going on here, and we looked at that. We talked about that under how you see them. So it's in here a couple of times. And then we got somebody passing judgments. They see you as passing harsh, jumping to conclusions a lot. So it's causing some sorrow and pain in this connection. Relationship difficulties. Now it's with the Strength card. The Strength card, when it talks about love, if you're committed, this card is showing you to be a strong relationship and mutually supportive and beneficial. And if you're looking for someone and you're single and you get the Strength card, it's a much better than average time to meet people, because your self-confidence is up. So you could be very pleasantly surprised by how things work out if you get out there and socialize. That's a tip for single Capricorns. So once again, the Strength card is about things going pretty good. But what's most important is keeping your head on straight and conquering any fears. Never lose patience with yourself and what you're trying to do. So it's an embracing time for this connection. Not losing faith and conquering any fears in this connection. It's about, the Strength card is about unconditional love, having self-respect, self-love. So with this paired with the Three of Swords, there's some relationship difficulties, but you or your person have a lot of unconditional love for this connection or one another. So there's some acceptance of what's going on. There's someone being really patient and compassion, and it keeps this connection strong with the Strength card. So there's some things going on, as we can see, but with this Strength card, what's keeping it together is, this patience that someone has, and compassion, and somebody's being really strong. It could be you or your person, but we can't deny that there is some pain there with this Three of Swords. So you got a lot going on in this reading, Capricorn. I usually recap, but I'm just going to leave it right there. I'm going to stop right here, and that's why it's all happening. So, Capricorns, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I'll put a link below of the extended where I'll go over how you both feel about the situation, what's in the near future for the two of you, how you see yourself, best case scenario, and what will happen between the two of you in the next few weeks. Also, there's a link for personal readings if you'd like to try one of those. I just want to say thank you so very much for watching. Please comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way you'll get notified when I post my next reading. I hope March is going well for you. I hope 2020 is a beautiful year for you. Once again, Capricorn, thank you so very much for watching, and I hope that you have a great day.